What are you doing, Hannah? Good morning, Robert. How are you doing today? What you doing? Everybody's being weird. I'm doing all right. Recovering from my 11-hour day yesterday at work. It was a long, long day. Long day, busy day. Luckily, I have today off. I think the cat wants some attention. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of attention. Recovering is always a good thing, yes. Yes. And I went to bed fairly early yesterday. I went to bed at like 9 o'clock just because it was a really long day. It was a really long day. Your cat's sleeping. Mine's not, as you could see. Well, now she's drinking out of the fish tank. Hey, especially with the fish right there where you're drinking. I don't need you to snatch up a fish. Attack my feet at 5:30. It's always playtime in the middle of the night. Get too close to Bella and she's gonna growl at you. Yeah, she's not allowed to sleep in the room because she will do stuff like that. She will attack feet. She will just get into things in the room that I can hear and it keeps me awake, so I have to kick her out. She doesn't just sleep on the bed. We had a cat that last year in April we had to put to sleep, and she would sleep in the room and she would literally sleep. She would curl up on the bed and sleep all night. No issues whatsoever. I miss that. Oh my goodness. I'll wait for people to filter in. Where is everybody this morning? Everybody out for the count after the weekend? Everybody is out for the count. She doesn't sleep with me. She sleeps with Liberty. And sits in the window when she's not sleeping. Yeah. She'll sleep on the back of the couch in her curtain hammock, usually. Good morning, Fo. How are you this morning? Good, good, good. I'm still trying to wake up. I got plenty of sleep, or so I thought. I mean, I still woke up a lot, but I worked 11 hours yesterday, so I'm still trying to wake up. I might have to brew some more coffee because this is all the coffee I've got right here. I might have to brew some more. Good morning, David Barry. How are you this morning? I guess it's not morning for you. It's evening for you. It's starting to get late there. I didn't know you were in Australia. I don't know how I didn't know that. Hi. Hello. I'm good, thank you. I am off to bed. Yeah, it's late there. You're in the future. I just got a weird text message. Apparently somebody's been trying to, someone says, I'm wondering if she's got the wrong number. Let me look. Yeah, because I have no voicemails. She said, I've been contacting you and I have no voicemails. Oh, well, hold on a second, guys. She's got the right person, so hold on. She said, hello, this is a so and so from the Department of Child Services. I've left you several voicemails in an attempt to get in contact with you. If I don't hear back from you, I will have to conduct unannounced visits to your home until I reach you. Please contact me to your earliest convenience. I was like, for what? We don't have any minor children living in our home. Like, my son is a minor, but he doesn't live here. She said, it's my understanding your son is 17 years old and is now living in your home. And I said, well, he's 17, but he isn't living here yet. He was living with his dad and only coming here for visits. I am aware they are having issues, but my son has not come back. He is staying at his aunt and uncle's with his dad so he can be there for him. I told him he could. I'm wondering if they're involved now because my ex's wife um, accused him of abuse. That might be what it is. That they want to make sure that if Ian's going to be coming here, that he'll be safe here. She said, you have the address of where he's staying. I said, well, I'll have to ask him because I've been there, but I don't know the address off the top of my head. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to be ignoring you. This is kind of urgent thing. Good morning, Morris Patch of Heaven Homestead. Don't mean to be ignoring you guys. When Child Protective Services messages you, you answer. I just sent a message to my ex and I asked what the address is because they've contacted me because they were under the impression that Ian was here. Lovely. Stuff happens in their life and I get dragged in. Yep, it sure does. Good morning, average girl. She's just making sure that because I think it is because he was accused of abuse. Um, she just asked me, "Do you have any safety concerns for your son with him or the living with him now or the living situation prior?" All right, now, yeah, it's Child Protective Services, um, that was like asking, well, first off, that they would come here if I don't contact them. So she texted me. She said, "It's my understanding your son is 17 years old and is now living in your home." I was like, "Well, he's 17, but he's not living here yet. He's at his aunt and uncle's with his dad." She asked if I know the address where he's staying. I said I didn't, but I'll find out. I've been there though. I know where it is. It's just I don't know the address. She asked if I have any safety concerns for my son in regards to being with his dad there or in the prior situation. I said no. I said I was married to him for 7 years and there was never a concern then or since. She said, "Can you verify your address for me so that I can send you our office's notice stating we received a report?" So I was like, "Yep, yep." I mean, at this point, he still can't see um, any. He can't see her three kids or their adopted daughter because she filed a restraining order. Um, but this is based on he's physically abusive, which he's never been. So he's not exactly the brightest bulb in the box. I think he handles some things wrong, but it's not, he's not physically abusive. So if they're trying to find out if Ian's staying with him or prior when she was saying he was abusive, um, trying to find out if I have the concern. I've known him since 1997. There's not a concern there. So anyway, well, that took away. Sorry guys for the stream so far. That was kind of, you don't want to sit here listening to me text, but it became kind of important there. Because if they can't find evidence of him being abusive, she's all her threats are, or saying that he's abusive and trying to take the kids away and all of that. Hey, classic Justino, how are you doing? Oh my God, I was so young in '97. I was too. I was in my early 20s. I married him in '99 and I was 23. Just shows how much older I am. That's scary. Last Sunday was really busy. It was really busy. At least no mice were drowning. Um, there's a mama mouse, you guys. We moved her. She was a nursing mama in the hopper bin, but we've moved her over into the pinky bin because she is hugely pregnant. Like, I was like, oh, I wish I could take her home. She's a balloon. She's bigger than her. She is a balloon, but we're like, she's gonna pop any day. She needs to be in the pinky bin. So, because right now we ran out of pinkies yesterday, so we have no more pinkies, but we will when she pops. But yeah, I showed up at work. I started actually half an hour earlier than usual. because the manager that usually shows up early, we were like, I said to him Saturday, I was like 8:30. He's like, all right. So 8:30, I went in there and I started. I still didn't get the whole wall of dogs clean until 20 minutes after we opened. But at least that was better than an hour after we opened. Um, but I went in there and I fed everybody and then I cleaned everybody. And then after I cleaned everybody, I had to do like a nebulizer treatment for one of the dogs. And then I had to bathe everybody. I think I bathed 14 or 15 dogs, something like that. Then I had to do all the laundry and clean out more kennels as they pooped along the way. It was a lot. Do a lot of dishes. So it was busy. It was busy. There wasn't a lot of downtime. I took about 10 minutes to eat something and then I did more stuff. It's going awesome. Average girl. Yesterday I went to the Special Olympics gymnastics competition and I won. Ooh! Congratulations. That's awesome. And the newest mouse I brought home, the really young one, she's real small. She is a feisty little booger. I put her in the top bin and she was literally trying to jump out. She would jump and like reach the top and she was trying to squeeze out. She didn't manage to do it, but I was like, I just want to get her out of there for right now. So right now she's in that little cage and she's running on that wheel and everything. I had her in one of the little boxes when I was coming home, and she was trying to get out. Like she was making the little breathing hole bigger. So it was like the whole time I was driving home, while I was being unsafe because I had to practically play whack-a-mole with her face to keep booping her nose to get her back in the box. She kept sticking her face through. Yeah, they are really cute. So yeah, for right now, she's in there working out her energy on the wheel. She was trying to figure it out last night. um she would move and it would move and she'd stop and then she'd walk and then she'd stop and then she'd walk, and then by the time I took that video last night she was running on it because she figured it out. This means I'm going to state games in Disney World. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. What an experience. Hey, Vanessa. Judy and Sunny are now in one cage and all is working out. I'm happy because I wasn't sure how they would work. Awesome. That's good to hear. It's not usually too difficult to bond guinea pigs. It could be, Lily was a little bit, her and Reese had bonded really well and did fine together. But then when I didn't have Reese anymore and my coworker took Lily. She wasn't getting along with his guinea pigs, which I found really, really interesting. I was like, I know she was alone for a little bit after Reese died, but she wasn't alone for so long that she shouldn't be able to be with other guinea pigs. But at this point, she just seems to be doomed lone guinea pig. All right. Sorry, guys. All right. So I got a text back from my ex giving me the address where they're staying, and I let the Child Protective Services lady asked if she has permission to, if she has permission to talk to Ian, and I said yes, and just gave her the address. So he was like, my ex said she must have called them on me, and I was like, yeah, apparently she did, but and I don't know why. She's got her kids. She's got her kids. If she's trying to get Ian taken away, you know, whatever. But I told him not to worry because she asked me if I had any concern about Ian's safety with his dad, and I said no. Let's see. Uh, gotta feed the. I'm trying to catch up here. Gotta feed animals breakfast, but I want to finish my cup of coffee first. Well, Judy was being a butthead for a couple days, so I was worried. But then, well, and she has been together. She's been by herself for how long? Now she's got to share her space. You know, she's like, now I got to share a room. Dang it! I can't chat and shoot NPCs. Hey, Maple Street, how are you doing? Sorry, I was a little bit distracted, you guys. I have Child Protective Services talking to me through text in regards to Ian and my ex and all the stuff that is going on with them because his wife is filing for divorce and has accused him of being physically abusive. So now they're wanting to know from me if I have any concerns for Ian's safety. And I don't. He's not physically abusive. So I just need to handle this. All right. No PDA in here. Oh, you guys are funny. We'll cover our eyes if you want a PDA. We're not prudes. Not a prude. Damn prudes. Get a private chat room. Oh. Hey, if they were on panel, they could use the private chat, but then I'd still see it. Oh, Hammock Cat is back. You guys, I know I can't have another dog because we've got two, plus the cats, plus all the other animals. But our Pomsky that we've had for a while, her name is Layla. I love her to death, and she's only $600, you guys. That she's dropped in price that much because she's like probably 6 months old now. Like we've had her for a little while, and she is such a sweetheart. I want her so bad. I want her so bad. She is such a sweet girl, and just, a lot of people have been interested in her, but they're not taking her. And I'm like, she needs to go to a home. She's like living the first half of her life in like the first half of her puppy life at the store. Granted, I mean, she loves us, but and I'll probably cry when she does sell because she's the sweetest thing. But yeah. And our little rat Aussie, our little miniature Aussie rat terrier, one of our employees bought her. She lucked out because she got a really, really good price on her. The price for customers, the price listed was $1,500 for this dog. And corporate let the employee have her for $400. I was like, ugh. She would have been another one to have. She was a doll baby. She's tiny. But my employee wanted her and talked to corporate, and they were like, you can have her for 400. Like, she won the lottery there. Although I would really love to have our little Frenchie. We've got a Frenchie, and he is the cutest thing. He's white. Love him to death. He's got one ear that sticks up and one that flops. He is so stinking cute, but he's like $5,000. I don't know that I could get corporate to drop very far. I don't know. Their costs are pretty high. They buy from the breeder, whatever the breeder charges. And then on top of that, any of the care and vet bills that the corporate incurs while we have the dogs, because they get their shots while we have them, they get fed while we have them, they see the vet, and all of that kind of thing. So the costs are kind of like when they drop prices like that, they're actually losing money. Oh yeah. Yeah. I know that we can't have another dog. In fact, I told him, Layla is only $600, and I was like, I know we can't have another dog, but I love her. She is such a sweetheart. Hi, hi. We have a Norwegian elk hound too that I wouldn't mind having. She she's so petite. A lot of people think she's a German Shepherd, but she's not. And she's very hyper and she barks a lot. I've noticed she barks a lot. Um, but that's mainly because she's excited about, especially, around feeding time, she won't shut up. Um, but when you pick her up, she just melts into a snuggly little, she loves to snuggle. She is the sweetest thing. She's a gorgeous dog. I can't remember how much she is, but oh. Hey Evie, how are you doing? Hey Jeff. In the meantime, I just bring home rats and mice. I haven't brought home any more rats though. I've got enough in my cage. I can't put any more in there. They're getting bigger and the space gets smaller as they get bigger, so no more rats. But I did bring a mouse home yesterday that, you know, she looked to be like, she's very small, so she's not very old. She's not as big as the other parents by far. Um, but she looks like she could be pregnant. So, which it is entirely possible. They're sexually mature at like 4 or 5 weeks. So it is entirely possible that she is already pregnant. So I brought her home and she's a little shithead. It's 3:32 a.m. You should be sleeping. The Rams didn't win. I haven't been watching really any football. When it is on TV, we watch the Bears. Da Bears. My husband's originally from Chicago, so he's a Chicago sports fan. Um, the adult mice are really pretty young. They're just they're not technically adults. They're probably about 5 or 6 weeks old. They just are out of hopper stage. Like we have pinkies that are newborns, fuzzies that are pinkies that just got a little bit bigger and grew some hair. Hoppers are fuzzies that have gotten a little bit more hair and have opened their eyes and are running around. And then once they get to the point where they don't need to nurse, then they stick them in the adult bin. There were actually some in the adult bin that we moved back into the hopper bin because they're technically not big enough. It's not easy being a Bears fan. Yeah, and of course my husband he'll start watching and if they're doing really horribly, he's like, "Oh," and he'll just change the channel. I was like, "You're not going to watch?" He goes, "They're too disappointing today." He's not going to watch the torture. And right now, Evie, in my mice, I've got I've got three adults that are parent age. I've got a male and two females, and one of the females has some hoppers, um, which means that she's got four babies that are running around with their eyes open. Um, She is also pregnant, so she'll pop soon and have pinkies, and those hoppers will be moved out on their own. And then I put the dad in with the new mom, so they can get to know each other and hopefully get her pregnant. And then I brought one home yesterday that's probably about 5 weeks old that looks like she might be pregnant. So if she ends up having her babies, I probably will take them and give them to one of the other older moms that would know how better to take care of them, because just because they're sexually mature at that age doesn't mean that they know how to properly take care of their babies. And I swear the one at work, average girl, the one at work that looks like a balloon, I swear she's going to have like 14. She's going to have the max number of babies. She's so big. But yeah, I still need to do my guess how many babies she's going to have video. I'll do that today. And I got to put together my picture video of everybody's pets. I haven't done that yet either. I just haven't really had the time to sit down and focus on it. The Bears won yesterday? He didn't even watch. You can always tell the sports team is losing with your brothers throwing things. Been a Bears fan for years and years. Awesome. Yeah, we're Chicago White Sox for baseball. His sister is Cubs. So, there's a little rival between them. He's the White Sox, she's Cubs. Um, and then of course the Bears, and he likes the Illini basketball. Um, and then like the college basketball, and then also the Bulls. He's all about the Chicago teams. Yeah. So I need to take some time. I'll have plenty of time because this week my husband's out of town. So I'll have plenty of time. I have today off, I have tomorrow off. So I should have some time to work on that. I mean, I got to do other things like water changes and stuff like that, but I got to do water changes and clean out the rat cage, give them new litter. Hello. How you doing? Ow! Don't flex your claws in my leg. Party time, party time. I'm gonna have a party. Everybody come over. BYOB. No. Yeah, she likes to do that. Sometimes she does it really hard, right into my nose. I'm like, you're gonna give me a bloody nose, right? And at work, our Sphinx has an upper respiratory infection. So she's not out on the sales floor as usual. She's in the back in a cage. And at least I don't have to clean her cage because she's got a litter box in there. Um, but she's dying for attention. So every time I'm standing, when I'm feeding the dogs and stuff, I'm like standing right by her cage. And she's always meowing at me. And a couple of times she would stick her leg through the cage and grab my leg. She just wants attention so bad. So every now and then I stop and I rub her head and she rubs on me and all of that. She's not too fond of me when I have to give her medicine, but she's a sweetheart. She's a sweet cat. When you pick her up, she kind of grips you. Like she'll like luckily now that I've cut her nails, it doesn't hurt so bad cuz she'll dig in. Like she just grips when you hold her. She's a sweet kitty. She's a sweet kitty. And she wasn't too happy yesterday either. I moved her cage and I had to blow dry some of the dogs when I was bathing them. And I think every now and then the blow dryer would, hit her a little bit. So she was sitting on top of her litter box. We've got a covered litter box in there. She'll sit on top of it, get higher up. And she was meowing and everything because I think some of the air was hitting her. She didn't like that very much. Hopefully she gets over it quickly and can get back out on the floor. I can cradle Mystic like a baby. Oh, I can do that with some of the puppies. Some of the puppies are just like, they're such snuggle bugs, and I just fall in love with them. It's so hard to, the whole idea is that they find homes, but I get so attached to them, and they start knowing me because, they see me all the time, and I feed them, and stuff like that. So they recognize me, and they get attached to us, and then they go home, and it's like, oh, I've got one who demands morning cuddles like that, Evie. It's so sweet. Aw. And then our Valley Bulldog, Buffy, she got sold the other day, and oh, it just, I have a crack. My heart cracked just a little bit because I miss her. She would just, it's, she would just stare at me. Like she'd get so excited. She's got a little stub of a tail, and it would just like, her whole butt wiggled when she saw me, and just, she wanted attention so bad, and I could hold her like a child. She would just, her underside would be right against me, and her legs would wrap around me. She was just such a sweetheart, and we don't have her now, and it just looks empty out on the sales floor because she's not there. Yes, her butt wiggles. But now we have a Weimaraner. We have a Weimaraner who's got a stubby tail too. And when I hold him, I could feel his body vibrating because his tail is, it's the cutest thing. He's adorable. And we have a Porky. I think it's a terrible way to mix the names because he doesn't look like a Porky. Porky just doesn't sound right. It makes it sound like he's fat. Although I wasn't sure when it was written down on his board, I couldn't tell if it was a P or a D. So I was like, it's either Porky or Dorky. But either way, doesn't sound right for this cute dog. Yeah, Weimaraners are adorable. And he's got gorgeous eyes, and he's just so cute. But yeah, we've got a Porky. It is with a P, so it's Porky. He's adorable though. I probably would never refer to him if someone said, "What kind of dog is he?" I'd never say he's a Porky. I would just say what he's mixed with. And we've got a Boggle, and she's adorable. And we've got a Schnoxie. The Schnoxie is very unique looking. I think it would be really cool to have. She's very sweet too. Her name is Isabel. And she just, every time I let her out of the kennel and put her on the floor, she does laps forever. She just run her heart out. She just runs her heart out. She loves it. She needs a yard. She needs a good fenced in yard to just do her laps. Yeah, a Boggle. She's a Beagle Boston Terrier. Boston Terrier Beagle, so Boggle. She's definitely got a Beagle bark. Like I'm like, please be quiet. But she's cute. She's really cute. She's like she's got like a brindle coloring. Yeah, the hybrid names. Schnoxie. We had a Chiweenie, um, but we sold him. He was adorable. We didn't have him for very long. See, and the Aussie Rat Terrier was just Aussie Rat. Like she didn't have any special mix of a name. And it was interesting to me. I was like, okay, we're calling this one a Chiweenie, and it's part Dachshund, weenie dog. But then we have a Schnoxie that's part wiener dog. So like, why is it like Doxy and weenie for either one? Why are we changing it? Like, shouldn't it be a show a Schnini or a Chidoxy? I don't know. Like, why we're changing how we say dachshund for each breed. And then, of course, my Pikachu, he's a Pikazoo. He's a Pekingese Shih Tzu, so he's a Pikazoo. I love him. I always call him Pikachu because Pikachu, I always call him Pikachu. But his coloring and he's just got a little round belly and everything, and he's so freaking cute. And everybody else says he looks like a little potato. So everybody calls him Potato, and I call him Pikachu. Then we've got a breeder dog. He's supposed to go back to the breeder. We've had him for like over a week though, and I don't know why. Um, but he doesn't. I don't know what breed he is. I don't know what breed he is. He looks like he could be like a Lhasa something. He's got. I don't know what he is. I don't know what he is. He's really cute, whatever he is. Um, but the dude cannot bark. He can't bark. When he barks, he sounds like a squeaky toy. He just sounds like somebody stepped on him and he squeaks. And I've been calling him Squeaker. I go in there, I'm like, hi, Squeaker, because he doesn't know how to bark. He literally just squeaks. We had an alphabet dog breed game at church. I said Shih Tzu, and they thought I was swearing. Oh, gee. They're mini shits. We do have a min pin at work. He's crazy. His name is Max. He's crazy. I swear, like when you pick him up, he's so hyper. Like he's totally like, flopping back and forth. Like I don't know how he's not throwing his back out when you pick him up and he like does this kind of a thing, wiggles like back and forth. I don't know how he's not. I just made myself dizzy doing that. I don't know how he doesn't throw his back out. He's gonna hurt himself. We've had people interested in him, but he's a nut. He is a nut. He's cute, but he's a nut. Yeah, if you mix a min pin with a Shih Tzu, it's a mini shit. And of course, my husband wants to get a English or an English bulldog and a Shih Tzu mix and call it a bullshit. And I was like, it's not as original as you would think because we did have a bullshit come in for grooming once when I was grooming. It was a cute dog. See, and they didn't give a fancy name to the Valley Bulldog. The Valley Bulldog is an English Bulldog boxer mix, and they're not calling it a English boxer or a, I don't know how you would mix that. They gave it a whole new name, and it's a Valley Bulldog. Like, why are you gonna give it its own name? But all these other ones, you're mixing their breeds and giving it like a Schnoxie or a Chiweenie or a uh I don't know, Boggle. You're not giving it a special on its own name like you do the Valley. I don't know. It's weird how they a box bull, a buller, right? See, it just doesn't work for some breeds. A boxer. Wait. Oh, geez. They must be done texting me. Husky shits. Well, and then there's the Pomsky that is a Husky Pomeranian, which is what Layla is, and she is just like, oh, I love her to death. She's like just like a miniature husky, but she's like a light brown and white. She doesn't have husky markings, but oh, she's cute. She's cute, cute, cute. Just breed everything with Shih Tzus for a fun time. A Shuxie, a huck, uh, shuck. I don't know. I can't. It's my tongue is getting tied. Sorry, that was my ex. He just was saying thank you for my part in defending him, I guess. I hope he knows I'm not going back to him. Because he's just said, thank you, you're the best. I'm so the best you didn't want to be with me originally, back then. He's gonna start regretting. No. I was moderating a stream before you, and I was the first one to delete spams, even though I should be asleep. You're so attentive, Evie. Tonight we can do a stream. The pickle will come out to play. That sounds very wrong, but you know what I mean. I hope you know what I mean. Gonna get my hot Cheetos, some Pepsi, and Passion Pickle will come out to play. Playful Pickles. I still need to download that free Kindle book and see what that is all about, because that is a very weird. Gherkin is ready to play. I'll have to restart my computer for later because right now Snap Camera doesn't want to work. It'll work once I restart my computer. Excuse me. Jeepers creepers. I had so much fun the last time I did the pickle. And at least I'll be by myself again so I can act like a dork and nobody will see me. I yawned when you hiccuped. Oh, see. Sometimes I don't have to see somebody on. All I got to do is hear the word. The dogs are starting to pace. They want out. Yeah, Evie, you need to get some rest, girl. Is that necessary? I don't know what it is. It's like thinking about a yawn, hearing the word, seeing it. It just brings on the. It just brings it on. I don't know why. You just feel this overwhelming urge to do it. Oh, she's laying in her bed. She's halfway there. You're starting to get a little. Where'd you go? A little pooch under here. You're getting chubby. You're getting a little hangy pooch. Is it because you're getting older? You never used to have a pooch. Huh? Mwah. Ow, nails. Oh, I just reread your thing. The dogs are starting to pace. I think they want OUT My mother will spell things so the dog doesn't understand it, but even when she's not trying to hide it from the dog, she'll be like, "We need to go for a WALK. Let's go for a WALK." And I'm like, "Are you trying to hide it from the dog? Because you say WALK so much that now the dog knows what that means. We need to go for a WALK." And she's like, "Oh, oh, oh." Well, because you say it all the time. Vanessa, I was talking to the cat. Do you got a pooch too? I know I do. Yes, she knows how to spell it now. Oh, they ate the hamburger. Oh, biscuits, mom, biscuits. I'm the wrong way. Yeah, being Claude makes you want to spoil them, right? Back to mopping for Vanessa. Oh, goodness. Whew. I wasn't even thinking about it at that point. That was just my own. I wonder if the tiny mouse is out. Well, she doesn't have anywhere to hide, but let me look for her. Tiny mouse, where are you? Oh, she made a little bed for herself around the wheel. She is right here. That's her right there. Just made a little bed. There she is. She's a little squirt. Wow, you ate a lot of food. I'm gonna have to. I put food in that dish last night. Yeah, I think she is pregnant. She's got a little. She's got a round belly. For as small as she is, she's got a round belly. Yeah, she looks very similar to what she does. She's just like small. Cute. You guys want to see her closer up? It's gonna be hard with the bars in the way, but I can. She's cute. She's a small girl. Hi. But she does have a belly. Let's see. It's harder to see. Like she has to move certain ways. Let's see. Give me a second. I gotta send it to myself. Ah. All right, so where is my... There it is. Welcome back. Not much has happened. Whoops. I want to send that to myself. Hold on. Psh. Trying to get the link so I can show you this mouse. She is very small, but she is looking to be she is pregnant, it looks like. I'm just worried that if she does have these babies, I want to make sure that she takes care of them. I don't want her to be one of those that'll eat them. I might go ahead and take them from her and give them to one of the more experienced mothers, because she's never been a mother before. I want her to be able to be a little bit older. So let me see. Put her up here so it's easier to see her. Hi, sweet girl. Hello. Mice are soft, but it would take a million of them. So you're going to be like Cruella de Vil and collect the coats of mice to make a... That would be funny. All right. There she is. It's going to be hard to see with these bars. 1,000 or 1,000,001 mice. You're too far away. We can't see you. Come on out. Do I gotta turn this around? I gotta turn the cage. Try and do this one-handed. Oh. She's just a squirt. But I don't know if you can tell that she does seem to have a belly. I'm trying to turn this around. Of course, she went to the other side, little turd. All right. She's not cooperating. She goes to the opposite side that's facing me. There she is. Hey, Gary, how are you doing? Do you see her little belly? It's hard to see. She's too young to be a mom. Sun finally came out here. We had rain the last couple of days. Oh, cat. Yeah, she looks a little bit round. Yep. So I'm gonna see if she has these babies. I'm gonna kind of watch her. Gonna see her on an episode of Teenage Moms, right? I might, let her babies go with one of the other moms just so that, they have a good chance. I don't want her to neglect them or hurt any of them because she doesn't know how to take care of them. Yeah, the cat's watching her. I can't see you. You're in your little nest in the back. I see the kitty. I got to put more food in that dish. I didn't really watch it. I felt like it was glamorizing teenage moms, so I was like not really. It was a reason for teenagers to get pregnant so they can hopefully make it on the show. It's only 10 a.m. and it's already 84 degrees. Ugh. She's a little bit round. Yeah, some of them. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it because you just never know. I mean, teenagers can have a warped sense of, they'll do pregnancy pacts and, things like that. They treat pregnancy like it's a game, that it's not a little life you're bringing into this world that you're going to be responsible for the rest of your life. I don't like being in drama, but I'll watch it, right? It's been pretty cool here in the mornings. It was pretty cool when I went to work yesterday morning. No, not in the YouTube world, Gary. We're talking about TV shows like the teenage moms and stuff. Yeah, she's got a belly. I can see the definition. Yeah, no more drama here. At least if I can help it. Here, let me show you the other mices. Woo! You don't want to see the rest of my house. So here is the new mom or the new female with the dad getting to know each other. In here. Hopefully he'll get her pregnant. This is dad over here closest to me. That's mom or mom to be hopefully soon. And then down in here, I can't open this as far, is Mama with her babies. And also still big and pregnant. Right, Mama? You still big and pregnant? All right, I gotta get out of here. So that's what we got going on. Did he bring her flowers? He was chasing her around and sniffing her butt and all sorts of things, and she was yelling at him. Yeah, the babies are adorable. And this is a very young one. She's a lot smaller than the other moms, but she apparently is pregnant. So I brought her home last night. Didn't want her to be a feeder. She was in the feeder bin. Didn't want a mom to be a feeder. So yeah, they're cute, but their teeth are not. So far, I really haven't been bitten. But I also am very careful because I know that it can happen. Wow, my hair is having a bad hair day. I mean, Dad has nibbled on me, but it doesn't hurt. They're mostly going to do it out of fear. Am I not plugged in? My battery is running low, I'm being told. I am not plugged in. How about that? Now I am. Yeah, I want her to have a chance to not necessarily be a mom. I mean, like I said, because she is so young, she may not know how to take care of them because she's not very old. Um, she's maybe like a month, month and a half old. So when she has them, they're probably going to be tiny. Um, but when she has them, if they don't have any babies yet, which will probably be the second mom, I'll let her nurse them. I hate when a dog puts their nose near my butt. It's usually not so much the butt as the crotch that dogs do. There was a helicopter crash at a local fair. Ooh, that's not good. My big dog drinks pee. The little dog eats cat poop. Yeah, Brinley has licked up pee. She also eats poop, cat, dog, her own, rabbit. Yeah, they get to know you when they do that. That's their way of introducing or getting to know other dogs is sniffing butts. Let me put this back. You are a cute little girl. Tell you that much though. Cute little girl. But like I said, on the way home in her little box, she made one of the breathing holes bigger. and I had to keep booping her nose because she kept sticking her head through it. And I'm like, the last thing I need while I'm driving home is for her to escape the little box. So as I'm driving home, I had to keep, like, out of the corner of my eye, I had to, which was unsafe, but she kept sticking her head out of the hole. So I was like, boop, boop, boop. And then it was almost like it was a game. I felt like I was playing whack-a-mole. My cat vomits up. Ooh, yeah. See, that's another thing Brinley will do. If one of the cats threw up somewhere, when it's not a hairball, if they've thrown up somewhere, she finds it before I do and cleans it up. It's disgusting. Dogs are gross. I'm out of coffee. I don't like it. I don't like that I'm out of coffee. Everybody have a good weekend. I worked for 11 hours yesterday. Fun, fun for me. I just got 5 pounds of coffee yesterday. Mm-mm-mm. 11 hours of football sounds more fun than 11 hours of dog poop and dog baths and more dog poop. Like, seriously, I would clean out one of the dog's kennels, and 10 minutes later, I'm like, are you serious? They pooped again. Like, I just literally cleaned that dog. Yeah, coffee at Gary's. Let's go. It was an okay weekend. Apparently, last night after work, a bunch of the employees went over to one of the managers' houses for a little party, which is probably just they were all drinking and stuff like that. But I was like, nope, I'm not. I'm like older than all of them. So I was like, I'm just going home. Everybody's so young there. Even the store manager is younger than me. I'm like the oldest one there, I think, that works there. I'm like I'll be everybody's designated chaperone, I guess. I guess. Saturday there was a wine festival. Ooh. Yep, they're all youngins. I'm old enough to be some of their parents. Well, there is a girl, the one that I keep her rat here. She is younger than she's a little bit older than Ian, but she's younger than Stacy. So Yeah, she actually calls me her work mom. I'm her work mom. She even told her mom that I'm her work mom. Her mom's like, "Okay." Yeah, and there has been times where one of the managers will come to work hungover. He's like, I'm like, "Well, you didn't have any restraint knowing that you were going to be working the next day." My second name is Chelsea's mom. My son had a friend when he was in elementary school that used to call me mom. Hi. Really? Yeah. I had a friend in college that was like that. She kept tripping over her own feet on the sidewalk and falling down. And when I was trying to hold on to her arm, she was like, "Don't, I'm gonna look stupid." And I'm like, "Oh, because falling down on the sidewalk about 50 times doesn't look stupid. Heaven forbid I hold you up, you know?" Oh no. That's awful. A drunk person hit my car last Wednesday. I wasn't in it. It was parked in a parking place, but still, now I've got a nice little mark on the back of my car. It is funny to watch. It is funny to watch how some people act because then, especially when they don't remember, later on. Because my friend does not remember half of what happened. She doesn't remember not letting me hold her arm. When we were on the bus to go home, she wanted me to sit next to her, and I was like, "I'm good where I'm at." I was across the aisle from her, but she stunk. She stunk like alcohol, she stunk like vomit. So, I was like, "I'm good where I'm at." "You're not my friend anymore." She doesn't remember any of this conversation. So, it is funny. "Hey, Doreen, how are you doing?" Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't in the car because he apparently hit it hard enough till the back end of my car was lifted up. Stupid person. I've had enough whiplash in my life from being rear-ended when I was in the car. I'm glad I wasn't in it. Lisa's here! Hey, Lisa! She's got 4 dogs today. Lisa, yesterday I had to give 15 dogs a bath. I'm tired today. And clean about 20 plus kennels out when I first got there. And feed them all and give meds to some. Yeah, it's it's a busy Sundays are a busy day. Sundays are a busy day. Today is a recovery day. from my very long day yesterday. Should have walked them through the car wash, right? Would have been so much easier. Let's go for a walk through the car wash. How you doing, Lisa? How was your weekend? I could go live tonight, Lisa. Passion Pickle. The pickle is gonna come out to play. Huh. I'm trying to decide what time. A pickle. There actually is somewhere. I think there's one around here where it's actually called a dog wash. I don't know how it works, but it looks like a car wash and you can just go in. I don't know. I don't know quite how it works. All right, Gary, have a good day. So there are dog washing stations. Like it's not going to be like you drive through with them and they get all scrubbed up. You kind of have to still probably bathe them. I think it would be cool to just send them through though. Daylight savings started already for you? Or is it start this next Sunday? Falling, I love when we fall back because then there's an extra hour. I hate springing forward. But I also don't like now that it gets dark earlier. No twirly brushes. Ah. Oh, November 3rd. Okay. I wasn't sure. Yeah, I prefer putting the clock back too, because I'll be like, you get to live one of the hours twice. It's so cool. Like, I didn't like how I conducted myself that last hour. Let's put the clock back and I'll redo. I like when it stays light out longer because then you don't have to be in. Like, I always worried about my kids, like even when it's getting dark earlier, I worry about them because it's after dark. The kids would be like, it's so early and I gotta come in. Well, because it's dark. But if it stays dark out till 9:30, yeah, it may be late, but it's still broad daylight and a lot less sketchy things are going to be happening in broad daylight. I mean, it does happen, but Don't care about time, weather, or much at all. I have mastered living in the moment and loving. Yes. Yes. Yep. Yep. You got to live in the moment. Be smart in the moment, but live in the moment. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about the future. Worry about the present, because you lose your present with too much worrying about what used to happen or what did happen or what hasn't happened. And I am guilty of dwelling, so I need to be the same way. I need to stop worrying about it. That's why, of course, that's my anxiety. My anxiety does that to me. Yeah, you can't change the past, and the future is just based on your present decisions. Your future is what you make it. And sometimes things are out of our control, but you can control how you handle those. Yes, today is more important than yesterday or tomorrow. Yep. Sometimes it's easier said than done, but that doesn't mean you don't strive to do the right thing in those moments. Today is tomorrow's yesterday. Yep, I like that. I like that. You want the pickle? Pickle will be coming out tonight. Trying to decide what time. I think the last time I started at 8:30. I could do 8:30 again, or I can do like 9. Yep, the only thing you can control is yourself. Sometimes the situation is out of control, but that you can control how you handle the situation. You can control whether you're going to make the situation worse or whether you're going to make it better or whether you're going to just leave it alone. I'm in Eastern Standard Time, so right now it is 11:39 a.m. on Monday. I am 11:39 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm thinking maybe I might do 8:30 again. You can do 8:30. 8:30 p.m. tonight. Eastern Standard Time. I'll even set it up. Let's see. Should I title it Fun with the Pickle? Fun with the Pickle. Evening fun with the pickle. Monday night fun with the pickle. 'I got an itch. Urgh. I hate itches. Okay. 8:30. p.m. Get a picture. No, not Monday Night Football. Come on. I just want Monday night. I still get a lot of Monday Night Football images. That one will work, I suppose. Actually, this one's even better, I think. Let's use this one. Upload image. Fly. Create. There we go. Should be all set up for tonight. Let's see. I have to cancel someone that was saying they had no choices. I told them you have the choice of how to react to those situations. Yes, exactly. There's always a choice in how to react to a situation. You can take the high road, you can take the low road. Might have to take a nap. Are you ready for some football? I've never been to Maine. All the New England states are beautiful, especially I bet. I love fall with, how things the colors, and it's so gorgeous in Canada. Like that's what I miss about being at home too, is because there's mountains, and when fall comes around and the mountains are just so colorful. Oh my gosh. I miss that. I mean, around here, yeah, the trees will change color, but then we've got like cornfields and bean fields, and we don't have mountains to look at. My mom took my daughter to Maine in 2013 when she was 12. She had an amazing time with aunt, uncle, and cousins. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I still want to visit. It is my goal one day to get to Prince Edward Island in Canada. My sister has been there, and I am so jealous, but it is my goal to go there. It's been my goal to go there ever since I saw like Anne of Green Gables, because that's where that took place. And it's just beautiful there, and I want to go. Of course, my sister went to the house that was in the movie. She saw the Green Gables house, and just like, I'm so jealous. One day I will get there. One day. It is my goal. I live beside a reserve with a creek behind and 15 minutes walk to. Ooh, that sounds really pretty. Good place to go for a quiet time. Ooh. Hey, J Dog. How are you doing? Often went there for picnic when my daughter was younger. Now she goes there with her friends. That's cool. That's not, yeah, that sounds like an awesome place to go for, some peace and quiet. I need to get back to the park where that pond is with the ducks and the geese. Sit there and listen to them. And they stay year round. Like once it gets cold and it ices over and stuff, they will still be there. Maybe not as many, but there will still be some there. They don't leave. We lived in New Hampshire for a brief period when I was really young. It was so nice. We lived near a lake. Ooh, there was a beaver dam and a marsh. That's cool. I lived out in the country in a mobile home park. We had a huge yard, and that's not common for a mobile home park, but this was a mobile home park out in the country. Everybody had nice large properties. Um, and you could walk down the long dirt road, and there were creeks off the side. When you'd go into the woods, there'd be creeks back there, and I'd go catch frogs. There was a beaver pond like way down the road, and we would walk. That was our pastimes back then. My mom and dad were not well off, so a lot of our pastimes when I was a kid was we went for a lot of walks. So we would go for a walk down to the pond, and there'd be the beaver. We call it a beaver pond because there was always, a beaver dam and a beaver home, and you could probably, see beavers from time to time. Um, there was like a hill back there, so when winter rolled around, we'd go tobogganing down there. Um, yeah, and that was, and I mean really young, because we moved away from there and moved into town when I was 9. So it was from birth to 9 years old that we lived out there. For me, birth to 9 years old. You're doing better that you got to stalk us for a few minutes. Stalk all you want. And in the winters when we were young, my sister and I were young, since we had a big yard, my dad, when we'd have all our snow in the winter, he would go through with his skis and make ski trails. So my sister and I would put on our little skis and we would ski through our yard. Like, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. My least favorite thing about living out there was the bugs and the bees. Like, I remember riding my bike down the road and being chased by bees. I swear they were chasing me. And I was like riding so frantically fast to try and outrun this bee. That was my least favorite thing about living out there, but I loved it. I loved it. And that was before social media and all of that stuff. Like, we didn't have a computer until I was 18. So, um, living out there in nature was just a lot of being outside. You just fed your bees? You have bees? Or are you talking about the wild bees? Or do you have a beehive? I've thought about keeping bees. As freaked out as I am by them. Oh, wild bees. You just fed the wild bees? We don't spray the yard so that we don't get rid of the clover or the dandelions in our yard. For one, I can feed the dandelions to the rabbit and, that kind of thing. For two, we need to leave them there for the bees. Yeah, I don't know if I could keep them either. I mean, it's a nice thought to make your own honey and all of that, but just their buzzing noises give me the ugh. But if you wear the garb, you're safe from stings. So, in theory, unless they find a snag in your outfit and make their way in. Yes, they do. And I've been stung enough in my life that that's why I have a phobia now. Really? I didn't know that. As long as they recognize you as a good person and not a threat. They must hate my face. I'm with you. Me too. Oh, when bees come in my house, I get like chills. Like I get chills and I could almost feel the blood drain from my face. I'm like, "Oh, it's in here. It's gonna sting me." And there are bees that can repeatedly sting, and there are bees that can only sting once, so they're more selective about it because they know they're gonna die once they do. I'm a mere waitress. Hey, Barry, your phone's gonna die. We get invaded every year with bees. I always leave honey outside nearby to try draw them away from the house. Something sweet. Flowers would draw them away, wouldn't they? Flowers for them to pollinate. You left your charger at home. Oh no! Oh no! He's gonna have to go into the light. We are always considered a threat to wasps and hornets, even when we are. Yeah, see, and people will always tell you don't bother them and they won't bother you. Well, my definition of bothering is not necessarily their definition of bothering. I've been stung when I had no idea they were around. And I'm like, what the hell? I just got stung. We had a house where I used to live that the bees would come in. We'd have a had we had a bee problem. We had a couple of nests around. Your live is today, Barry? Ooh, I'm home today. I have the day off, so and I am going live tonight as the pickle. Yes, two different definitions of bother. A human definition of bothering a bee is not the same definition for a bee. Fire is a slight deterrent. Because I will literally walk through the ground. I don't even like wearing flip flops in the summer through a field. Like if you go to the park and there's the baseball fields and stuff like that, I don't even like walking through there because for all you know, there is a bee down in the grass because there's clover down there or whatever, and they're pollinating and you walk over them and you had no idea they were there and well, you practically kicked that bee. So guess what? Bam, I've been stung on the foot because I walked over a bee that I didn't know was there. Yes, I will be home today, Barry. And I remember, since I have this phobia of bees, I remember taking Ian for a walk in his stroller when he was young, and a bee would come around, and I would have this strong urge to like back up, back away. And I'm like, I'm a horrible mother because I was going to leave my son there with the bee to protect myself. So when I made that realization, I would stand there and I'd be like it needs to go away. But I was not going to abandon my child. I'm not going to be necessarily on until then, but I'm going to be home. I'm doing my live now. And then you said you were going to do a live. And then I'm going to be doing a live again tonight. I've been stung right here because when I was younger and I was out at camp, I was swimming and I picked up my towel and wrapped it around myself, and there was a bee in my towel, so I got stung, and I was like, immediately I went, ooh, and I killed it. Um, I've been stung by multiple bees at the same time behind my knee. Um, I've been stung just standing there, like on my arm or whatever. Ouch. Um, Ian got stung on his foot when he was a toddler. He was crawling across the floor at his grandmother's, and there was a bee in her carpet. It was like half dead. It was in her carpet, and he crawled over it, and it stung his foot. He was screaming. He doesn't remember that, thankfully, but last summer, not this past summer, but the summer before, he got stung out at my sister's camp, and he was like, "That's the first time I've ever been stung." I said, "Actually, it's the second, but it's the first time you remember." Yeah, I'm glad I'm not allergic either because I've had my share of being stung. The one behind my knee had to have been the worst because it was multiple bees or wasps. It was something that kids were throwing a rock. They were throwing rocks at a tree stump, and there was a nest in there. And the bees decided that I was the culprit and all came and stung me. You were attacked by a lot of bees when you were little. Yeah, sounds like me, Barry, because I was pretty young. I was younger than 9 when I got attacked by several. You got stung in the butt. Well, at least on your butt, it's a fleshy area. Does that hurt less or does that hurt more if it's your butt? My husband got stung one. He's only been stung once in his life, and we were already married. He was mowing the yard and apparently got too close to a nest. He didn't disturb it necessarily, but he got too close to it, and some bees came out, and he got stung. It kind of went like in his sock and stung him on his ankle, and he was like, "That hurts." I'm like, "Yeah, it does." An itchy bum. So you're never gonna own a tarantula, huh, Barry? We got baby tarantulas at work. Oh my gosh, you know how many people came to work yesterday that were like, I want to get this animal, but I have no idea. They literally said, I'm getting this animal, but I have no idea how to take care of it. I'm like, seriously, people? That's not how it works. You find out how to take care of it first, then you get it. You don't get it first and then try and figure out how to take care of it. Oh my gosh. I wanted to be like, I wanted to shake people yesterday. Ooh, jumping spiders. I hate when you go to like try and kill it or something or try and move it and it jumps and it like woo right at ah yeah. Nope. Best part was a friend of mine who said there was a big old spider in her kitchen and she smacked it with the broom and it exploded with babies. So she went to kill one spider and then had like a million babies she had to round up and kill that were like running all over her floor because she squished mom and out came babies. I was like, oh, burning down the house, we're moving. I haven't seen it. I've seen pictures of black widows, never seen one in person, I don't think. My husband, when he was in the Air Force, was stationed in Guam for a while, and they had camel spiders there. They would chase you. They were huge. Huge, like huge. Ew. Daddy long legs. Daddy long legs are actually pretty harmless. They do bite, but you can't feel it because they've got tiny, tiny, tiny teeth. They do bite, you just can't feel it. And black widows are beautiful. They look even better dead. Oh, the spiders that eat birds. Yeah. I wonder if insurance would give us insurance money if we said we had to burn the house down because we were invaded by spiders. It was our form of extermination. Wonder if they would give us our insurance money to rebuild since we had to exterminate by burning down the house. Yes, I had to. There was a spider and an entire family of spiders. Oh, that arachnophobe. I've seen that movie. There's also some thriller horror type movie where it involved bees. And I was like, nope, nope, nope. I couldn't. I could. Ugh. I've had dreams where I've been surrounded by bees or spiders or snakes or, and I don't necessarily have a problem with snakes in general, but in my dream, it was because I watched a movie where there were venomous snakes and they practically hunt you down. And I would have a dream that I'm surrounded by snakes. I've had of venomous snakes. I've had a dream of cockroaches. Like I've woken up freaking out because I thought there was a cockroach on my shoulder when there is no cockroach on my shoulder. It was in my dream. I'm surprised your phone hasn't died yet either. I've seen a spider and Dirt Dauber do battle. The spider lost. Wow. Ugh, I can't let spiders crawl on me though. If I know they're crawling on me, I freak out. Obviously, I've had instances where I won't discover it until after, and I'm like, ah. On Saturday, one of the managers at work, she was like, ah. She goes, your worst nightmare just occurred. There was a cricket in her shirt. I was like, oh, yes, I do, Barry. In fact, I saw the other day when you went live for like 14 seconds. You were live for like 14 seconds. I saw it. I got the notification. So I went in there and then I was like, it's done already. He didn't do nothing. I've had, flying roaches land on me. Nope, 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 and nope. What's a palmetto bug? Is that the pill bug or the roly poly? Or what's a palmetto bug? I'm looking. You have a phobia of snakes? Oh no. I don't. Like, I don't mind. I'm nervous to hold. I'm not a good snake handler. I don't necessarily have the skill to hold them properly. I'm always afraid that I'm going to hold them in a way that upsets them. Am I serious about what? Yes, it worked. You were live for 14 seconds. Was it not on your thing? Because as far as I know, if you go, it should still be up there unless you deleted it. It was working. You weren't saying anything. It was just kind of black, but it was live. All right, Lisa. Have a good day. Let's see. Palmetto bug. Nope, it's not a roly poly. The Florida woods. It's a cockroach. A palmetto bug is a cockroach. Ah, I don't like cockroaches. The Florida woods cockroach or palmetto bug is a large cockroach species which typically grows to a length of 30 to 40 millimeters. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, and yuck. Yeah, it said processing because it has to it won't be necessarily available for people to view right away. Like once it's done. I don't think it buffered. Because if you note it, like I will notice, like after I finish this live, the whole live isn't available to view. It'll take a little bit. Ugh. Yeah. Blah. I'm gonna have nightmares. I'm gonna have nightmares. Ugh. Let me check something, Barry. I'm gonna see if it's still on your thing. Ah. Okay, this is the one that you're doing. Yeah, it's still there. It's 17 seconds. Streamed 1 day ago. Chameleon Live for iPhone. It's just black, but it was there for 17 seconds. It's still there. Live chat replay was turned off for this video. So it's still on your page. There's nothing to really watch. It's just black. Because you didn't do nothing or say nothing, or it's 17 seconds of something of black. But it was live. I was waiting for you to say something or do something, and then it went offline, and I was like, oh, he's done now. I may have to extract the mud dauber taking the spider home from the posted video. Anywho, it's actually 12 o'clock now, so I'm probably gonna go ahead and wrap it up, get some things done. I gotta feed everybody, feed myself, I gotta work on my breeding video, I gotta work on my compilation pet picture video, I actually gotta do the video of guess how many babies she's gonna have. Got a few things to do before 8:30 tonight. So I will talk with you guys later, and I hope to see you in tonight's live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The pickle will be out to play. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.